Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. Today on this cricket show, I am going to do a short preview of two matches which is coming up tomorrow in the Super 4. One is the repeat clash between India and Pakistan, and as you know, Pakistan would be definitely waiting to exact some revenge from India after they lost the previous match in the league stages in a very bad manner. And as far as Bangladesh and Afghanistan are concerned, Bangladesh will have their battle against the Afghanistan spinners. If they could actually go ahead and beat the Afghanistan spinners to it, Bangladesh would feel that they definitely can actually win the match against Afghanistan. But other than that, Afghanistan are having sort of a very nice run in the Asia Cup, and I'm going to preview both the matches which is coming up. The first match is going to be the India match versus India versus Pakistan. So we will go to that particular match and I will do a brief preview. Now, looking at what happened in the last match between India and Pakistan, the first thing that Pakistan would like to have is Fakhar Zaman, the opener, who was in red hot form before the Asia Cup, and suddenly he seemed to have lost his form and is really struggling. And also the Indian bowlers, to me, have become a bit smart in not bowling to his strongest areas, and that's the reason he's struggling. So it will be a sort of a real test for Fakhar Zaman to take off against the Indian bowlers. And he has been given a real license by the coach Mickey Arthur that to go for the run. So Fakhar Zaman, it would be interesting to see whether Fakhar Zaman can win the battle against Jasprit Bumrah and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. So I think that's going to be an interesting battle tomorrow. Imam ul Haq has not played a lot against India. The other day he played, but he came out of the crease after being tied down by Kumar and also by Bumrah for quite some time, and that there was a frustration stroke which led to his dismissal. So Imam ul Haq probably would have learnt his lessons and would one would see probably he biding his time tomorrow. Babar Azam has been showing some consistency, no doubt about it, even though he only had a brief stint against India, but Babar Azam is someone who is looking good. Shoaib Malik is also another one who is really getting into some good form yesterday after he guided Pakistan to victory against Afghanistan when the match came down to the wire. So Shoaib Malik, all his experience really comes to the fore. Sarfraz Ahmed, the captain, has not been having a good time with the bat. Even against Afghanistan, a ball which was a full toss delivery which was aimed at the middle stump, and Sarfraz tried to cut it and he lost his stumps. So Sarfraz Ahmed has to do much better than what he has been doing. Asif Ali is normally a very good player. This season he was doing very well, but suddenly one sees that he's been struggling here in the Asia Cup. The bowling will be now Mohammad Amir, whether they would be tempted to bring in Mohammad Amir because against India he has a psychological advantage, but we saw that they decided to drop Mohammad Amir for the match against Afghanistan, so probably they would like to keep it that way, and one would see Hassan Ali has not done much, but whether Super 4 would be the one where he could actually do something good. Usman Khan, who replaces Mohammad Amir, he was a bit costly. He has been a bit costly as well, but the man to watch, according to me, would be the young, tall, left-arm pace bowler Shaheen Shah Afridi. He made his ODI debut against Afghanistan. It was very impressive, 10 overs, 38 runs and 2 wickets. He could have probably got a fifer, but unfortunately, a lot of crutches were grasped by the Pakistan fielders, and he himself grasped too. So that resulted. So I'm really really keen to watch Shaheen Shah Afridi go against India, and for India it would be a sort of surprise, because Shaheen Shah Afridi is not someone that India has faced. So it will be, I think, there will be a bit of a challenge for the Indians against Shaheen Shah Afridi tomorrow. Because the main reason being they don't know what to expect from Shaheen Shah Afridi, even though they would have looked at all the videos. But again, when you're playing for the first time, when he's going to be bowling for the first time against India, and that would be a great feeling for Shaheen Shah Afridi. The bowling, now spinners are not something that really can rule the roost against the Indians, as Indians are very good players of spin. Now Haris Sohail has been guilty of playing a few rank bad shots against Afghanistan. Also, he did not play a shot according to the situation, and that would warrant warrant him deleted from the squad. And Shadab Khan, who missed the match against Afghanistan due to injury, probably should have recovered, and Shadab Khan would be figuring for sure. And they have Mohammad Nawaz, who has been bowling well. But again, for India, when it comes to spin, they are much better. But still, there could be something in store. So as far as India are concerned, India definitely is the only team in the Asia Cup right now who is having a great victory run, as they have not lost a single match in the Asia Cup. Can they keep the record intact by beating Pakistan tomorrow? Because one thing that India would be aware, that Pakistan would be hungry and roaring, because they have already lost. They have been wounded once, and now they would like to give it back to India. So India would be on real guard there. For India, there have been some good things happening. Each and every player is looking into form, whether it is Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma, Ambati Rayudu, Dhoni, Karthik. Till Karthik, I think all the the first number 5 batsmen are in some really good form. Kedar Jadhav is good with the ball. He has not had a chance to actually come and bat, and India have been having some very good victories, barring the match against Hong Kong. Ravindra Jadeja has just come back in his comeback game, so he is also full of vigor after taking 4 wickets against Bangladesh. And definitely the challenge for Pakistan would be the opening bowlers Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah. And Jasprit Bumrah, as Mickey Arthur, the Pakistan coach, has already mentioned, that Jasprit Bumrah is the bogey man. And then the spin would be in the hands of Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal and Kedar Jadhav. So, and Ravindra Jadeja. So they have 4 spinners, and they have 2 solid all-rounders in Jadhav and Jadeja to make up for the absence of Hardik Pandya. So I think one should have a wonderful game of cricket, no doubt about it. But Pakistan would be under a lot of pressure. India can pay it back, but also they would definitely know an India-Pakistan game is not over till the last ball, and Pakistan would be definitely eager to give it back to India in the Asia Cup. And I think the battle would really tell the story tomorrow. So let's now move on to the 4th match preview of the Super 4 in the Asia Cup. The game is between Afghanistan and Bangladesh, and Bangladesh had a big challenge against the Afghanistan spinners. Not only Bangladesh, I think even Pakistan was stretched yesterday, as we remember. So Bangladesh once again will have the challenge of playing the spinners. Now, what is the approach that they have against the Afghanistan spinners is the moot point, because that is the only way that Bangladesh can actually go on and beat Afghanistan. Now, for Bangladesh, the opening partnership has been something totally lacking. Right from the match against Sri Lanka, if you see, they have lost early wickets. So the opening, to me, Bangladesh should provide a good opening partnership. That would be the key, according to me, because they already are crippled with Tamim Iqbal not there in the mix. So Nazmul Hussain Shanto has just made his debut, and Liton Das is the one who has to fire if at all Bangladesh needs to put up a good partnership on the board, opening partnership I mean. And then Shakib Al Hasan, I have to say, unfortunately, has been guilty of throwing his wicket away. And that is something that Shakib Al Hasan needs to really guard against, especially against spinners, where he might be he might be fed the sweep shot by the Afghanistan spinners to see whether they can get his wicket there. He seems to be a bit susceptible in that area, according to me, Shakib Al Hasan. Mushfiqur Rahim, according to me, is the one who would be the person who is in some good form in this tournament, and Mushfiqur Rahim is the one on whom lot will depend on. Mohammad Mithun also has to get some good scores under his belt. Mahmudullah has not done much of note, even though he's known as the finisher. But whether tomorrow would be the game where Mahmudullah could be, could really exhibit his finishing skills. Mosaddegh Hussain has not done anything notable with the bat either. Mashraf Murtaza, the captain, will be leading the side, and then they have the spin of Mehdi Hasan Miraj, who has been doing a good job. Rubel Hussain, to me, has not really looked the piece. Mustafizur Rahman is another factor that is hitting Bangladesh hard, because Mustafizur Rahman, normally one would feel that he would bowl economically and he will keep the runs. Is it because he has been sussed up by the opposition batsman as far as his bowling is concerned? One has to wait and watch. Now, as far as Afghanistan are concerned, again, they are also doing something like what India have been doing, even though they have lost only one match against Pakistan. But I think Afghanistan, if you look at it, it's a matter of, again, for Afghanistan also, similar to Bangladesh, their opening partnership has not really put up a very big score on the board. So they would be hoping that tomorrow Mohammad Shahzad, the dashing opener, tees off in a big manner against Bangladesh. Hisanullah has been also doing a fair job. Rahmat Shah, Hasmatullah Shahidi is the one who has been very consistent and contributing in a very meaningful manner to the Afghanistan team. Rahmat Shah is one of the pillars, according to me. He is the one who can hold the innings together, but one saw that Hasmatullah Shahidi he can also play the holding role, and he also has some aggressive skills as well. Asghar Afghan yesterday scorched the Pakistani bowling to all parts of the field with an aggressive 61, that really signaling that Asghar Afghan is told the captain of Afghanistan is slowly getting into some form. Mohammad Da and the spinners would definitely be the key, because one has seen that even Pakistan, what they did is that they went on an all-out attack against Aftab Alam and Gulbuddin Naib, the medium-pace bowler, and they really started hitting a lot of boundaries. Whether Bangladesh would also take a cue from the Pakistan book and probably do the same to see to it that they give respect to the spinners but allow themselves free rein against the pacers. Well, it could come off, it could not come off. If it comes off, that would be great. They would be well placed. So probably one can expect Bangladesh to adopt such a strategy, but one has to wait and watch. Najmullah Zadran, Gulbuddin Naib, as I said, is a very useful all-rounder. He's a sort of a real utility all-rounder in the Afghanistan mix. Rashid Khan also has already scored a 50 in the Asia Cup, and let me tell you, these Afghanistan players really pack a punch when they hit the ball. Aftab Alam, Mujibur Rahman, and it will be interesting to see as to what they come up with, and one is really waiting to see. And this match is going to be played at Abu Dhabi, so the heat won't be a big factor, but in Dubai that heat is something which will be a big factor for both the teams, India and Pakistan. And I'm also told that there's going to be a fresh pitch on which India and Pakistan will be clashing in Dubai, and it's also been said that there will be a lot of pace and bounce than what has happened in the Asia Cup. So if that is going to be the strength, Pakistan, even India, I mean, I think it will be a sort of an even Stevens thing under the blazing sun, and it will be interesting to see as to what really comes up tomorrow. But both the teams would be absolutely G'd up to get into this clash. India would like to once again Pakistan, but Pakistan would like to give it back to India, and whatever the situation is or whatever the outcome is, let's all say one thing: it's an India-Pakistan game, and the excitement is not over until the final ball is bowled in the match, because that is what India-Pakistan matches are all about. Full of fun, full of excitement, full of vigor, and full of entertainment, and full of aggression in the final bend. Well, dear fans and subscribers, a pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show of mine today. I hope you all loved this cricket broadcast of mine, this brief previews of both the matches which are coming up in the Asia Cup tomorrow in the Super 4, and look forward to seeing you all with a match report on both these matches, match summaries on both these matches tomorrow. That's on a Sunday. Till such time that happens, it's your host Ram signing off.